Daniel Cormier thinks that a fight between Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz would be a more significant event than Conor facing Michael Chandler. The history between Diaz and McGregor adds to the appeal, and Cormier believes it has the potential to attract a large pay-per-view audience, which is what the UFC aims for on their UFC 300 card.
If McGregor fights Diaz, that is what I believe draws the general fan in as much as anything that they could do in the UFC right now. Just because of Nate Diaz and the intrigue, the way the first fight played out, the way the second fight played out, it is still two of the highest grossing pay-per-views in UFC history. These two men, when you put them together, make a lot of money. And it is far enough out there to be considered an attraction. Because I also believe, Ryan, that at this point in their careers, right? Sure, Nate Diaz isn't the guy that he was before. He's not the guy that fought the most beautiful striking exhibit against Michael Johnson in Florida, where he went and said, Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for, and a whole bunch of cuss words. He's not that same guy, but neither is Conor McGregor. This isn't the guy that knocked out Jose Aldo no more. This is a new fighter. This is a guy that is not as good as he was back then because of all the things that have happened in life afterwards. But when you put them two together right now at the state and at the part of their career that they're in right now, then you have that type of fight. If I'm being completely honest with you, Ryan, while I want Michael Chandler as a friend to get his fight and get his payback and get his payday, I think Michael Chandler, and I hope this doesn't come out the wrong way, I think Michael Chandler is actually stepping back to fight Conor McGregor.
Leon Edwards praised Conor McGregor as a great asset to the sport of MMA. Despite Conor's controversial life outside of the octagon, his achievements in the sport and the popularity he brings to MMA are undeniable. Here is what Edwards said about the situation. For me, I think he's great for the sport. He's definitely brought the sport forward to the casual fans. He's one of these guys that you either like him or don't like him. He is who he is, but as far as what he's achieved in the sport as well, you can't take that away from him. He did become the first ever two-division world champion, so even though he talks all this shit, he is actually a good fighter as well behind it. For the sport, it definitely helped the sport. It didn't take nothing away from it. It definitely gave it more as far as like pushing it for the mainstream. I'm not an admirer of his. I'm judging him from the competitive part of it. The self-promotion part of it. For me, I couldn't give two shit about his personal life, you know. It's more about what he's achieved in the game. GSP's coach Firas Zahabi explains why Volkanovski shouldn't be worried about Ilia Topuria's head kicks. With less than a month left until the event, everyone is eagerly anticipating how Volk will bounce back from his loss to Islam Makhachev, who secured victory with a head kick. However, according to the coach, a head kick won't be a problem against Topuria. He has a great defense but not the best, and he's a sucker for head kicks now. I don't think I've ever seen Topuria throw a head kick at all. He doesn't kick much. In the Emmett fight, he threw a lot of nice low kicks, but typically, he's not a kicker. I don't think we have to worry about Volk getting head kicked. He's just the guy who doesn't see the head kick. Topuria doesn't use head kicks, so it's not really a threat. Geoff O'Neal blasted Colby Covington for not fighting any ranked opponents and still holding a top 5 position. In a recent interview, Geoff expressed his views on the welterweight division matchups, emphasizing that he'd like to see Colby either fight Shavkat Rakhmonov or step out of the rankings.
Yeah, he's talented. I actually just seen a post. They're trying to match him up with Colby.
Oh wow! Can you imagine if that happens?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna play out, but I mean, shit. Yeah, fuck. Like he needs to fight an uppercomer. If he doesn't take that fight, then get him out the fucking UFC. Yeah. You know, like he's holding up all the fucking. He's like bottlenecking the top of the division. So I'm excited to see that happen. But yeah, I mean, if he gets the belt, I see me and him fighting for our rematch for the belt.
Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of MMA, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Also leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Keep supporting the sport, and we'll see you in the next one.